In a world filled with distractions, true clarity begins within. This is more than just self-improvement. It's about real transformation, one step at a time. Today, we're diving into 7 life-changing habits that reshaped my life in just 1 week. Sounds unbelievable, right? But trust me, these aren't your typical light, overused tips. These are raw, practical, and deeply personal habits that I incorporated into my daily routine. I experienced the struggles, the breakthroughs, and ultimately, the transformation that came with them. I can't wait to share them with you because I truly believe they can have the same powerful impact on your life. Whether you're looking to increase productivity, boost mental well-being, or simply bring more positivity into your daily routine, these habits can guide you there. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's dive in. Stick around until the end, because these aren't just ideas, they're real, actionable steps that you can start implementing right now. Plus, I'll be sharing my own personal journey, giving you an honest look at how these habits made a difference in my life. Habit 1. Waking up early. The first habit that changed my life was waking up early. Now let me be completely honest with you, I was never a morning person. My bed was my best friend, and I used to hit the snooze button more times than I can count. Mornings were a chaotic rush, and I often felt like I was starting my day on the wrong foot. But I decided to give waking up early a shot. And let me tell you, it was a game changer. I started by setting my alarm for 5 a.m. The first few days were brutal. I remember dragging myself out of bed, feeling groggy, and wondering if this was really worth it. But I pushed through, and by the 3rd day, something incredible started to happen. I began to appreciate the quiet and stillness of the early morning hours. There was something almost magical about being up before the rest of the world when everything was calm and peaceful. With these extra hours in the morning, I found time for things I never seemed to have time for before. I started my day with a bit of light exercise, nothing too intense, just some stretching or a short jog around the neighborhood. This not only woke me up, but also energized me for the rest of the day. I also spent some time meditating and setting my intentions for the day. These few moments of mindfulness made a huge difference in my overall mindset and productivity. Another surprising benefit of waking up early was that I no longer felt rushed. I had ample time to enjoy a healthy breakfast, sip my coffee slowly, and plan out my day. This unrushed start set a positive tone for the entire day. I was more organized, less stressed, and felt a greater sense of control over my time. One personal experience that stands out was the morning I watched the sunrise from my balcony. It was a simple, yet profoundly beautiful moment. As the sky changed colors and the world slowly woke up, I felt a deep sense of gratitude and peace. It was in that moment that I truly understood the power of waking up early. Now, waking up early might not be for everyone, but I encourage you to give it a try, even if it's just for a week. Start with just 15 minutes earlier than your usual wake-up time and gradually increase it. You might be surprised at how much of a positive impact it can have on your life. It's not just about having more hours in the day, but about using those hours to create a more mindful, intentional, and fulfilling start to your day. Habit 2. Daily exercise. Speaking of workouts, daily exercise was habit number 2 that truly transformed my life. Now let me be upfront, I wasn't always the most active person. I used to find every excuse in the book to avoid working out. I'm too tired, I don't have time, or I'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? But one day I decided enough was enough. I made a commitment to move my body every single day for a week, and the results were incredible. I started small, just 20 minutes a day, mixing it up between yoga, jogging, and strength training. I wanted to keep it interesting so I wouldn't get bored and quit halfway through. The first few days were tough. My muscles were sore and I felt exhausted. But I reminded myself why I was doing this, to feel better, both physically and mentally. By the 4th day, something amazing happened. I woke up feeling more energized. My mood had improved drastically. I was less irritable and more positive. I realized that those 20 minutes of exercise were not just about burning calories or building muscle. They were about giving myself time to focus on me, to release stress, and to boost my endorphins. One morning, I remember lacing up my sneakers for a jog. It was a crisp, clear day, And as I ran, I felt a sense of freedom and clarity that I hadn't experienced in a long time. It was just me, the open road, and my thoughts. That sense of connection to myself and the world around me was truly empowering. I also started to see physical changes. My posture improved, I felt stronger, and I noticed a difference in my overall fitness. But the biggest change was in my mindset. Exercise became my time to disconnect from the world and reconnect with myself. It became a form of self-care rather than a chore. Another personal highlight was trying yoga for the first time. I was hesitant at first, thinking I wasn't flexible enough or that it wouldn't be a real workout. But after a few sessions, I fell in love with it. Yoga taught me to be present, to breathe deeply, and to listen to my body. It was a transformative experience that went beyond the physical benefits. Incorporating daily exercise into my routine made me realize that taking care of my body directly impacted my mental health and overall happiness. It's not about being perfect or pushing yourself to extremes. It's about finding a form of movement that you enjoy and making it a regular part of your life. So if you're like I was and struggling to get started, my advice is to start small. Find something you enjoy, whether it's dancing, hiking, or even just a brisk walk. Commit to just a few minutes a day and gradually build up from there. Trust me, the benefits you'll experience will be well worth the effort. It's a habit that has the power to change not just your body, but your entire outlook on life. Habit 3, journaling every day. The third habit that transformed my life was journaling. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm not a writer, or I don't know what to write about. Trust me, I felt the same way at first. But once I started journaling, I realized just how powerful it can be. I began by simply writing down my thoughts every morning, whatever was on my mind without judgment. Sometimes it was a list of things I was grateful for. Other times, it was my goals for the day, or just random reflections on how I was feeling. What surprised me the most was how journaling helped me process my emotions. I became more self-aware and started noticing patterns in my thoughts and behaviors. Writing things down made them feel more manageable, and it gave me clarity on things I was struggling with. One of the most powerful moments I had while journaling was when I wrote a letter to my future self. I poured out my dreams, hopes, and aspirations, and reading it back months later was an emotional experience. It reminded me of how far I had come and reignited my motivation to keep pushing forward. Journaling also became a safe space for me, somewhere I could be completely honest without any fear of judgment. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend giving it a shot. It doesn't have to be perfect or structured. Just write whatever comes to mind, and you'll be amazed at the insights you gain. Habit 4, practicing gratitude. The next habit that changed my life was practicing gratitude. This might seem like a small thing, but trust me, it has a huge impact. I made it a point to write down 3 things I was grateful for every single day. At first, it felt a bit forced, but over time, I noticed a shift in my mindset. Instead of focusing on what was missing or what was going wrong, I started appreciating the little things. The warm sunlight on my face, a kind word from a stranger, or even just the fact that I had a roof over my head. Gratitude shifted my entire perspective. I felt happier, more positive, and more at peace with where I was in life. It reminded me that no matter how tough things get, there's always something to be thankful for. One of the most memorable moments was when I found myself feeling really down one evening. Instead of spiraling into negativity, I pulled out my gratitude journal and forced myself to write down 3 good things about my day. By the time I was done, my mood had completely changed. I realized that even on bad days, there's always something worth appreciating. If you want to try this, start small. Just take a few minutes before bed to write down 3 things you're grateful for. It's a simple habit, but its impact is truly life-changing. Habit 5, digital detox. Now this one was a tough one. Reducing my screen time. We live in a world where we're constantly glued to our phones, checking social media, scrolling endlessly, and comparing our lives to others. I decided to challenge myself by limiting my screen time, especially in the morning and before bed. Instead of waking up and immediately grabbing my phone, I spent the first hour of my day doing things that nourished me, journaling, exercising, or just enjoying a quiet moment with my coffee. At night, I replaced mindless scrolling with reading or meditating. The difference was incredible. My sleep improved, my anxiety decreased, and I felt more present in my daily life. One of the biggest realizations I had was how much time I was wasting on social media. Instead of comparing my life to highlight reels, I started focusing on my own growth and happiness. If you're struggling with screen time, I challenge you to take small steps. Try turning off notifications, setting app time limits, or simply having phone-free hours during the day. It's amazing how much clarity and peace you gain when you're not constantly distracted by your phone. Habit 6. Eating mindfully. Another habit that had a major impact was mindful eating. I used to eat in a rush while watching TV, scrolling through my phone, or thinking about a million other things. But when I started being more intentional about my meals, everything changed. I made a conscious effort to sit down, savor my food, and truly enjoy each bite. I listened to my body's hunger and fullness cues, and as a result, I started eating healthier without even trying. Mindful eating also helped me build a better relationship with food. I stopped seeing food as just fuel or something to control. Instead, I started appreciating it as something that nourishes my body and mind. One of my most memorable experiences was having a simple meal outdoors, completely focused on the flavors, textures, and sensations of eating. It was such a small change, but it made eating a much more enjoyable and fulfilling experience. If you want to try this, start by eating one meal a day without distractions. Focus on the taste, texture, and smell of your food. You'll be surprised at how much more satisfying it is. Habit 7. Setting intentions for the day. The final habit that changed my life was setting daily intentions. Instead of just going through the motions, I started each morning by asking myself, what do I want to focus on today? This wasn't about making a long to-do list. It was about choosing one or two key things that truly mattered. Some days, my intention was to be more present. Other days, it was to be kinder to myself or to push myself outside my comfort zone. Setting an intention gave my day a sense of purpose. It helped me stay focused, motivated, and aligned with my goals. One morning, I set the intention to be more present with the people around me. That day, I had the most meaningful conversations with friends and family because I wasn't distracted by my phone or my thoughts. That simple shift made such a big difference in how I experienced my day. If you want to try this, take just 1 minute in the morning to set a small intention. It doesn't have to be complicated, just something that aligns with how you want to feel or what you want to prioritize. Final thoughts. So there you have it, 7 powerful habits that transformed my life in just 1 week. Waking up early, daily exercise, journaling, practicing gratitude, reducing screen time, mindful eating, and setting daily intentions. Each of these habits may seem simple, but when you commit to them, they create a ripple effect that transforms every aspect of your life. I encourage you to try just one of these habits this week and see how it impacts your life. You might be surprised at how much of a difference even a small change can make. Let me know in the comments which habit you're most excited to try, and if you've already incorporated any of these into your routine, I'd love to hear about your experience. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's keep learning, growing, and unlocking our inner truths together. See you in the next video.